I've looked at hundreds of new AI tools this past month and found 12 of the coolest. And stick around to the end of this video because I'll be sharing a couple of my favorite bonus tools. This tool is called Vozo and you can edit videos with prompts. Now this is not your typical AI video generation tool. This one is actually pretty unique. So they just came out with this new feature called Rewrite and Redub, which is in beta, but it is really fun and I've been playing around with it. So you can see right now, they just have a few different videos that you can edit and redub. Looks like we have a scene from Gladiator, Game of Thrones, the Barbie movie, Wolf of Wall Street, maybe that's the Avengers, and then Forrest Gump. So when I selected the video, we get this famous scene like this. And you can see on the left that we have the transcription that we can actually go in and edit whatever we want to put here. So I just edited the transcript and clicked on regenerate speech, and this is what it sounds like.
Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a worthless loser? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Do you want actually useful new tools? Good, subscribe to Julian Sage. Can't keep up with the latest tech? Good, subscribe to Julian Sage. Does your girlfriend think you're a worthless loser? Good, subscribe to Julian Sage.
I think this is really fun, and I think it sounds really good too, so if you want to try this out yourself, they do have a free trial that you can play around with. This next tool is called Creaition or Creaition, but what it allows you to do is to take specific parts of an image and then you can actually morph it and combine it with different images. For example, we have these two chairs here and we can actually fuse them together to come up with a new variation. And a really cool thing about the tool is you'll be able to see all of the different iterations that you have. So if you have the set foundational piece of a shoe and then you start fusing it with other components, you can see all the different offshoots of what that shoe has eventually turned into. It's kind of like a visual of what you learned in science class about epigenetics, and you see that pea pod or that plant, and after so many generations, it is something that is very different than the original. You can also select whatever specific part of an image you want to modify and just change that as well. And it's a very visual process too that allows you to just segment specific parts that you want to modify. So you can do like objects, materials, or the complexity, for example, and just modify that one specific component of your image. So you can see right here, I combined this shoe with this metal chair and it gave me this metal looking shoe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down on this plus and just select a random image. They have a bunch of different image examples that you could choose from. I'm going to pick something really random, like whatever this thing is. And all I need to do is take this little plus and slide it to whatever side I want the image to look more like. So I want something that resembles more like a shoe. And I think that this looks really cool. It took something very abstract that I don't even know what this is, and it took a shoe and then it made whatever that is. This next tool is called Flot, and it takes probably my favorite part of ChatGPT right now, which is the memory component, and it allows you to be able to add anything online into your memory. One of the problems with ChatGPT Plus is that it has a very limited amount of memory. So what Flot does is it lets you have a very large amount of memory, and you can just take really anything you find online, add that to your memory, and then be able to talk to the AI using that memory. So let's say I'm looking at something online and I find a piece of information that I'd like to be able to remember. Now all I need to do is open up Flot using a short key, and you can see that I can either ask my memory or ask AI. When I ask my memory how many companies are using AI, you can see that it gives me the information that I have in my memory. So it says, according to the latest data, 40% of global companies report using AI in their business, and then it will sort where it gets that type of information from. And then if I click on the memory citations, you can see that I do have that particular thing saved right there. Now they do have quite a few different plans, but the one that I think is probably the most interesting is the lifetime deal. So for $67, you get lifetime access and you get 250 credits per month, and you can store up to 1,200 pieces of memory. And you can see that you can put a lot into your memory. One memory, you can store 8,000 characters, and this article right here, I just copied everything on the page, and you can see that this was only 5,400. So you can basically remember an entire website. The credit system is a little funky though, so I noticed that every time that I try to save something to my memory, I use 1 credit, and then every time I ask for something, I use another credit. I kind of wish that they didn't penalize you for adding something to your memory, but maybe they'll change that in the future. The other thing that I don't like about the lifetime deal that the other subscriptions do have is that with the Pro Plus plan, you can also do things to your memory like saving entire links, documents, screenshots, and other notes, while on the lifetime deal, you can only copy and paste the text, and you have that 8,000 character limit. This next AI tool is called Sprig, and Sprig is a customer experience tool, so you can install this onto your website and be able to see what your users are experiencing. So you can watch replays of how they're interacting with your website, get heat maps, you can have your users fill out surveys or fill out feedback forms. But the really cool thing is that it takes all of that information that your users are doing, and then it has this thing called the AI Explorer and AI Recommendations. So the AI Explorer will take the things that a normal customer feedback tool will do, but it allows you to surface AI insights across your entire products. So you can see here that the the AI Explorer Insight has found an opportunity that you could improve. It says here that the user event data indicates that new users who start an account and setup are not clicking the complete account setup call to action button. Sprig replay clips suggest that users are dropping off at the select plan type step earlier on the page, with the Sprig survey responses also indicating a low ease of use rating at this stage in the account flow. So then it tells you that there's a potential opportunity to be able to streamline the user experience process. And then the second way that it's using the AI is through AI recommendations. So Sprig AI will generate specific and actionable product suggestions to achieve your goals. You can see here that the Sprig 4 AI recommendations are to implement interactive order type tutorials, offer visual aids for order selection, enhance order type descriptions, and then provide order type assistant features. And again, it's able to give you those recommendations based on the replays, heat map, surveys, and feedback. This next tool is called Paillor, and it's taking the typical AI knowledge hub and it's adding in an extra component, which is automations. So you can see here, you have your knowledge base, which is very typical for a lot of tools now, to just be aggregating a bunch of information and then allowing you to be able to access that using AI. But the thing that makes Paillor different is that you can add in different types of automations, and that will integrate with an internal help desk as well as an AI chatbot. So you can see how Paillor can work. You have a bunch of different departments that are using different tools like Google and Microsoft, or they're using specific type of IT management software. And then you have all your employees that are going to be requesting information. So maybe somebody says, I need a Zoom account, or add me to the sales group, or I need to change my password. And what Paillor can do is it can take those questions or requests and then select either an automation or allow them to be able to go through the help desk or access a company wiki or speak with a chatbot to answer those specific questions. But the automations, I think, is probably the most unique thing here. You do things like a zero-touch onboarding, secure user deprovisioning, automate different access requests, and these are just a few of the different examples. You can see in this product demo, they use a very user-friendly drag and drop type of automation builder. So you have your trigger, which is going to be whenever somebody interacts with Paillor, then it's going to look up on the Google Workspace and look for that specific user's department, and then it can create a new user for that specific thing, and then let's say add some things to Dropbox. You can see that Paillor is connected to a bunch of different apps. So you have Google, Microsoft, Slack, Salesforce, Dropbox, a bunch of different tools. And then they have very specific type of actions that you can do with those tools. So things like on Google, you could add a channel, add a user group, copy user to Slack, create reminders. So lots of different things that you can do with this automation software. And your users will be able to talk with an AI chatbot to be able to help solve that specific problem. For example, one of your employees is asking for the API keys on a specific system, then Paillor can go through the wiki and actually give that person the information that they need. Again, this is a little bit more generic because that's something that you can expect now with probably all AI type of wiki help desk tools. So again, I wanted to share this one with y'all because I think that the automation component takes this to a whole new level. This next AI tool is called Byrdhouse, and it allows for AI-powered real-time translations in voices and captions for over 100+ languages for your meetings, calls, and chats. So if you've ever wanted to be able to talk to people with real-time translations with captions, then this is going to be the AI tool for you. When you log in, you can either create a call or join a call. They call them nests, but I'm just going to create my own call. You can copy this link and then other people can join your calls for free. Whenever somebody is joining your call, it's going to ask them for their name and what language they speak. So the tool can auto-detect what language the other person's speaking, but you can see that there are a lot of different languages that you can choose from. You also have the option to blur your background or not, and then you just click on join nest or join the call. So I'm going to show you a demo of me talking to a bear that speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but the AI tool is going to auto-translate all of that for me.
Hi, I've never spoken to a Spanish-speaking bear before.
Grr. Pues aquí estoy, un oso bilingüe. ¿Qué te gustaría aprender de mí? Grr.
Can you tell me a joke, what it's like being a bear?
Claro, aquí va. ¿Por qué el oso no quiere ir al trabajo? Porque siempre tiene ganas de hibernar en vez de trabajar. Grr. Ser un oso es todo sobre dormir, comer y disfrutar de la naturaleza. Perfecta.
Okay, I don't really understand that joke. It doesn't really seem funny, but okay.
Lo entiendo. No todos los chistes de osos son graciosos para los humanos. A veces los osos tenemos un humor un poco... Grr. ¿Te gustaría escuchar otra cosa? ¿Tal vez una historia de oso?
No, I'm good. Thanks for talking with me. Grr.
Grr. De nada. Hasta la próxima vez que quieras hablar con un oso.
This next tool is called Langcall, and you can skip the wait and let AI make calls for you. So let our AI agents navigate phone menus, waiting queues, handle conversations, and connect you only when you want. Now, this is probably the pinnacle of AI tools. I've been waiting for something to be able to hold on the phones for me. So I'm really excited to share this tool with y'all. So here's an example of what Langcall sounds like.
Hi, how can I help you today?
Hi, I'm calling regarding a home insurance certificate.
Yeah, sure. I can definitely help you with that. Can I start with your name and date of birth?
Sure. My name is Linda Jackson and my date of birth is January 20th, 1990.
Thanks, Linda. That passed the verification. What's your policy number?
My policy number is L723.
So as you just heard, the AI is pretty good at being able to have a very conversational tone. It doesn't sound very AI. For maybe anybody that is just working customer support, they might just think that this is a normal person. The way that the tool works is that you fill out a form. So you're going to have the phone number that the AI is going to be calling, and then some specific instructions and details. So get home insurance certificate and send it to a specific email. And then you can include whatever the policy number is in case you know that's what they ask. You can select whatever voice that you want and hear what it sounds like. And then you're going to include what your name is. So that way, when you're going through the verification process, you can have the AI verify it for you. I don't know how confident I would be in trusting an AI to be able to have the conversation and get everything done that I need. So the thing that I would personally use Langcall probably more for is for the transfer to me calls. So you can have the AI agents navigate phone menus and waiting queues, connecting you to a human representative once they begin speaking. So it's just going to wait that entire time. But the tool is also designed for fully automated AI calls, from asking questions, checking availability, conveying your intentions, and then afterwards, you can view the full conversation and check the AI-generated summaries. Now, I don't typically like showing the prices of tools because those are always subject to change, but I just had to show how crazy this is. For $4 a month, you get 100 minutes of AI calls. Now, I know firsthand how annoying that it can be to try to wait on a call, and sometimes those calls can go for a whole hour. Now, I would be fine paying $4 if I could just have something wait on hold for me and then call me up whenever somebody starts talking. So for $4 a month, really not bad if you might have just like 100 minutes of a call every month. But they also have a plan that's for $13 and you can do 400 minutes of AI calls. This next AI tool is called Journalcalls, and if you want to be able to journal but could use a little bit of help, what the AI will do is that it will call you at your preferred time and allow you to just be able to speak your thoughts, and then it'll take that conversation and upload it to your account, or it can even automatically send it to your Notion. So I'm going to give myself a demo call.
Hello, on your voice journal, you start your entry after the tone. Simply hang up once you're done. So, what are your highlights for this week? Maybe something you're grateful for or frustrated about?
Yes, so I am grateful that I had a really good breakfast and I threw out those old eggs, so don't have any more stomach issues. And yeah, I'm going to record this video and I expect it to get 1 million views. So now that I hung up the call, it says that the call transcription is in progress, and just hang up whenever you are finished, and that the entry text will just show up in a minute. So I'd say in probably 15 seconds, the transcription showed up. It even named whatever our conversation was. And it says, I'm grateful that I had a really good breakfast and I threw out those old eggs so I don't have any more stomach issues. I'm going to record this video and I expect it to get 1 million views. So after you've done your demo, it gives you the option to be able to check out. And right now it's saying that it's $0 for the next 60 days. So you basically get 2 months for free. And then after that, it says that you could be paying $2 a week. So if you want to be able to try this out yourself and see if you like it, then give it a shot. This next AI tool is called Leo, and it's an AI phone assistant for small businesses. So you can instantly set up AI phone assistants for making and receiving calls without any coding experience. So you can see in this demo how Leo works. So you'll have a dedicated phone number that people will be able to call. And when people call this number, it's going to go to whatever specific information that you want to pull it from. So in this example, when somebody calls this number, it's going to record the information in Airtable, and then it can get specific information on your Shopify store. You can also add more capabilities to this automation. So if you wanted to do something like getting product or variant information, so you can check the details about a specific order or the inventory level or the vendor, the price, whatever it is. So this is what it's going to sound like.
Hi, I'm Leo. How can I help you today?
Hey, I wanted to check what's the price of AOV King Crown.
Sure thing. Before I help with that, could I get your name, please?
Yes, my name is Tal.
Hey, Tal. The AOV King Crown is priced at $1,999.99. Anything else you need?
No, thank you.
So as you can see, the AI phone assistant does sound a little bit more robotic in this particular tool, but the nice thing about Leo is that you can create these different automations, like being able to add the user information over to whatever different type of tool you have. And you can also see a history of all the calls that are happening, as well as the transcript, as well as the call recording. And it even has a little summary section just to tell you how this particular call went. So I can see this being really helpful for anybody that is running different types of Shopify stores and they want to have an AI phone assistant that can help them with very basic customer support issues. This next tool is called the Drive AI, and it's kind of like a supercharged Google Workspace and Slack tool all built into one. So the main features of the Drive AI is that you get an AI-powered storage, so you're going to be able to upload all of your documents and whatever it is, and then you can have conversations with the AI based on the information that's in your storage. There's also a collaborative workspace, so you can have multiple people working on a particular file, and you can also have specific chat channels for specific files within your Drive. So when you log in, your account will look like this. Now, I created this project called Amazon Knowledge, and within Amazon Knowledge, I uploaded the Amazon shareholder letters. And when I open up the files, I have all the different Amazon shareholder letters. Now, the thing that makes the Drive AI pretty unique is that you can have specific conversations for these specific files. So if I wanted to have a specific conversation around the Amazon shareholder file letters chat, then I could just have this channel and this conversation happening for this particular file. I can also ask the AI specifics about this file. We also have a note section for this particular file, and we can go through any of these tabs and be able to pull up these conversations that are happening for this particular file. Now, going back to the parent category, we have the Amazon Knowledge. Now, this is going to be a separate AI conversation about all the files within this particular parent project. And then we also have a conversation about just the things within this parent project, which is the Amazon Knowledge. So none of the other conversations that are happening within this file are going to affect the parent over here. This next AI tool is called Summer, and it allows you to be able to add AI summaries in your blog. So you can just have a button that will summarize whatever your blog article is. So you can see here, you have a blog post, and then you have this button called Summary. And when you click on it, it's going to be able to pull up a summary of the entire blog. You can even add things like a call to action. So if you want somebody to be able to subscribe, you can have it be on that summary as well. That way you're not missing out on leads that might be still interested in subscribing, but they don't see it because maybe they are just looking at the AI summary. So Summer can be installed really easily, and you don't need any coding experience to be able to put this onto your blog. If you have your own custom website or Wix or Webflow, whatever type of website hosting platform you're using, you can add Summer onto it. And once you've installed it, your readers instantly get Summary, and you'll be able to do things like create a short summary of the contents on the page, or you can also give more context to the selected text. So if you want to be able to do things like suggesting more relevant products or suggesting relevant articles or following your custom guideline, whatever it is, you can customize Summer to have a more specific call to action rather than just a generic AI summary. And like they say, rather than just a generic AI summary, you can generate more leads for your business by having a call to action, or you can offer products seamlessly so you can show relevant products or articles related to that specific article. And that way you can help users easily navigate from an article to a purchase or to another article, whatever it is that you want to be able to direct that traffic to. They say that this is the easiest way to gear your site with AI, so you can install it in a minute, add some custom instructions, and get detailed specifics on user behavior. So you can see how many pages Summer is using, how many times the button was shown, and how many times the button was clicked. You can also enable or disable the AI summary on specific blogs. And the tool has a very nice minimalist aesthetic whenever it is showing the AI summaries that is on your desktop or even on your phone. This next AI tool is called Rubbarband, and it allows you to be able to create AI-generated images, but with a unique twist. So what Rubbarband does is it allows you to be able to create workflows for creating AI-generated images. So when you click on the workflow section and create a new workflow, I'm just going to click on this one called Workflow Basics. I'm going to click on View Nodes. You can see that it pulls up this Miro-like infinity board where we can add in these different nodes, or what they're called. So it says the first step is the prompting node. So you're going to add nodes for positive and negative prompts. So in this particular node, we have things like Afrofuturism illustration. So this is just whatever you want the specific prompts maybe to be. And then you can have your negative inputs as well. And then both of these prompts, when you start it, will then go to this text to image prompt. So this is where you can customize your image a little bit more specifically. So adding in things like color palettes or just getting very specific. And if you want, you can also add another node that's completely optional, which is a style reference node. And this is where you can just say, hey, I want my image to look kind of like these images. Now you don't have to use it. This is just an additional thing that you can add. And you can see down here all the different options that you have. When you click on this plus button, these are all your different inputs and output nodes and all these different generation nodes, prompting nodes, and upscaling nodes. You can also add little sticky notes. So I'm just going to right click and then delete that. And then I'm going to delete this right here just to show you how this works. So you have this thing called a TV, and this is where your image is going to be displayed. So I'm just going to click generate and show you how this is going to work. So you can see right now it has gone from the text prompt to now it's at the text to image, and it is putting in all of the information that's in this node right here, and then it's saving it, and then it will output onto the TV like this. What I also think is pretty cool is we have the output right there, but then in the text to image, we can also see the same image that is being displayed. I'm going to go into this text to image and then just add another color palette. So let's say I want it to be maybe more heavy on the greens like that. Now I'm just going to click on generate again. And as you can see, it's used a lot more green into the color palette. Now, I think that this tool is pretty unique because you can add in multiple text-to-image nodes or different types of text-to-video nodes and then display them all within this board. And then you can have your base prompts right here and add in things like style prompts. That way you just have everything very visually laid out, and then you can just modify everything very easily by changing these particular nodes. All right, so now for my favorite bonus tools, I've got two for you. One is fun and one is a lifetime deal. Bonus tool number one is this tool called Video Files. What Video Files lets you do is edit videos using a text prompt. So you can do things like compress all your videos, add a bunch of videos together, and just do basic edits all within a chat box. And if you like this tool and want to see 9 more brand new AI tools, you can watch this video here. The second bonus tool is a lifetime deal, meaning you can pay for it once and you never have to pay for it again. This tool is called Emoogle, and it'll pull up an emoji search bar, and then you can just add it to whatever your text is really quickly. And like I said, they have a lifetime deal, so you can pay for it once and you never have to pay for it again. So if you like these tools, then again, watch this video right here.